connoisseur of wine and decided to take the chance to work in a vineyard. Each day he was surrounded by vines and picked juicy grapes. He had picked so many grapes that he needs help mashing them. So take your mashing flipper feet and mash. And stop. Very nice. So, now Palm could have stayed in Chile all year long sipping wine. It was delicious. But he had pre-booked a safari in Africa. So as he gazed across the plains, he saw elephants. He saw lions. Swimming snakes. He saw monkeys. Gazelles. And even one towering giraffe. From the sweltering heat of Africa, he headed north to the beautiful city of Salzburg, nestled in the Alps. He had heard of a fabulous music festival that he could not pass up, considering he was already wearing his tuxedo. So he had a chance to conduct. He conducted violins, trumpets, flutes, clarinets, huge double basses, and his favorite, crash cymbals. Now, penguins, let's all give Palm a flipper round of applause. So Palm loved the Alps so much that he continued on to the Rocky Mountains in Canada. The great peaks stretched high to the skies. He met many skiers who raced down these slopes, and Palm himself tried skiing, but he had a bit of a different technique. So, since he was right near the Pacific, he simply slipped into the ocean and caught a stream over to Russia. Palm was amazed at how the Russian people danced, how their feet went right, and left. And he had learned so much about their culture that he felt it was right to share his own. How could he do this? Dance! Everybody up! Penguins at attention! Penguins salute! Right flipper! Left flipper! Right leg! Left leg! Both legs! Lean forward! Turn around! Penguins stop! Ah, penguins be seated. Very nice. All right. So, next Palm headed from the biggest country in the world to the country with the biggest population, so China. He was in awe of the Great Wall. And along it, he marched and marched. Now, Palm only had one more stop along his travels, unfortunately. He was headed to Australia, but on his way he got a bit lost in the Indian Ocean. Just when he was giving up hope of ever finding his way, he came across a great big whale. Now, everybody knows that whales have horrendous accents. You know, like nobody can understand them. But Palm was in luck. Palm had studied whales in his undergrad. So he said to the whale, "Mr. Whale, which way will take me to Australia?" And the whale answered, "Oh, okay. So I take a left at the red coral, a right at the shipwreck, continue on past the seahorse colony and the dolphin shopping center." And the whale agreed. wanted to thank the whale in his own native tongue. So all happy penguins, can you give your best whale thank you? All right, so finally Palm had arrived in Australia. He headed to the outback to meet exotic kangaroos. Together they jumped up and down, and up and down. Palm's travels were coming to the end. He took his last journey to the North Pole. And what could he do upon arrival to celebrate? Dance. Everybody up!